This is Stelios Soumas, and welcome to my EECS 1011 bonus project, an automated indoor-outdoor temperature and carbon monoxide sensor. So, I have my computer as the central controller for the project, and I have a connection to MATLAB with my first interface. So I have an MQ9 carbon monoxide sensor up here, interface with my board, and a DHT20 sensor interface with my board here. And these are controlling a light and a buzzer when certain values are reached. And so the other interface I have is this cable connecting is a Nano 33 IoT Arduino interfaced with a Grove IO shield in there, covered in a box, interfaced with a DHT20 temperature and humidity sensor, So after start and initialization, it's going to ask the user the desired indoor temperature, and then it's going to begin the while loop. If the button is pressed, the while loop turns off. It's going to first read carbon monoxide and go through conditionals. Then we're going to move on to the indoor temp, move through conditionals. Then it flows through the outdoor temperature function, and then we're going to loop all the way back to the beginning. So you can see all my sensors are hooked up here. So when I run the program, okay, it's initializing my A and B Arduino. This one is the Nano 33 IoT. That one is the Grove. So it's going to allow me to pick a desired temperature, and it operates within +1 and -1 degrees of the desired temp. So if I pick 23, my house is below 23 degrees set thermostat. So it's going to read to me first from the Grove. The temperature is too low, 21.77. So it's going to tell me to warm it up. It's also going to display a light on here. And if I want to, and as you can see here, it's reading from the 33 IoT, the temperature from outside, okay? -1.25, it's pretty cold. If I pick 21 degrees, okay, and we pull up the graph and it says that the temperature is around 21, exactly 21.7, as you can see, no light lights up. At the same time as this, there's also a carbon monoxide sensor sensing in the background. So I calculated the baseline based off of an average and off of measurements to be about 0.4 volts in my house. So I have it set to over 0.5 volts, sound an alarm. And because it's under 0.4 volts currently, the alarm does not sound. If I set the carbon monoxide sensor threshold to be 0.2 volts instead, as you can see, the buzzer starts going off. I have the program running, plotting the indoor temperature. You can see that it's running because it updates here. Okay. If I go over to my board and I hold down the button for more than 1 second, you can see that my program has stopped running, and that after waiting for a few seconds, there are no more updates on the screen. As you can see, if I bring my indoor sensor inside, it starts reading a temperature more closer to the temperature of my house, and it says pretty warm. See the different value there. This is the body of my code, which loops through checking carbon monoxide, the indoor temperature, and the outdoor temperature, and displaying values. This is the function I use to initiate a live updating graph. So this function is used to check the indoor temperature, okay? And so it's going to recommend an action based on what the temperature is and display the temperature. But it's going to do it within a range of the desired value. So if it's 1 greater or 1 less, than the desired value picked by the user in the screen, then it's still going to display that it's okay. And this is based off of the uncertainty of the sensor. This is a function I use to recommend an action to the user based off the value from the outdoor DHT20. This is the function I use to turn on the buzzer if the carbon monoxide from the MQ9 sensor reaches over a certain threshold.